Today we are going to start our line rainbow roller coaster. We will have one colorful, almost like a rainbow, in the center of our artwork, and then we will divide our artwork into sections and fill it with lots of different lines. To begin today, on the back of your artwork, I want you to write your name. Once you've written your name, you can turn your artwork over, and we are going to put our paper the landscape way, so the long way. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw an interesting line through the middle of our paper to create our roller coaster. Now we want it to be interesting, but we don't want it to be too complicated. So I'm going to flip my artwork over so you can see kind of what not to do. If I were to do a line like this, yes, that is a very interesting line, and this could be put into your artwork later, but this would be really hard to trace with marker over and over again. So instead, we want to make it a little bit more simple. So I'm going to start here, go all the way across, and I think I will go up, kind of a wavy. So you can see it's not a straight line, but it's also not too complicated that I can trace it with marker. At your table, you're going to get a box of markers. When I say go, you will grab your first color, and you are going to trace right on the pencil line. Now, when you're tracing with marker, I want you to use the point, or excuse me, I want you to use the side, not the point. If you were to use the point, it's very thin and a little bit more difficult to see. Instead, if you use the side of the marker, you can see it's much easier. So to do that, you're going to hold it like you normally would, but you're just going to kind of slant it. Keep it a little bit more diagonal than normal. Go under your first color. Then I will choose a second color, and for this I'm going to go below it. You could go above or below, but notice how I'm getting right up to that blue, and I may even overlap just a little bit so there's not any white in between the two colors. Go under your second color. Then I will do a third color. This time I think I'm going to go on top of the blue. Going right up, maybe even overlapping a little bit. Go under your third color. And I'm choosing colors that look nice next to each other. Using all different colors. I'm going to go below next to my green. We are going to do about 8 or 9 lines. So go ahead and do 8 or 9 lines, up or down. I have 8 different colored lines, and I think I'm done and ready to go on to the next step. With your Sharpie, the first step, I just want you to trace both the top and the bottom of your rainbow line, your rainbow roller coaster. Just right up next to your last color that you did, both on the top and on the bottom. Next, we are going to divide our artwork into sections. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections on the top and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections on the bottom. We don't want to have too much more than 5 or 6, as it will get very difficult. So on the top, I think I want to make them pretty even, so I'm just going to start, and I have 1 section. 2, notice how they're pretty evenly spaced. 2, 3, 4 lines on the top. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections on the top. I will do the same on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have room for a little section. So I have 6 sections on the bottom. Next, I'm going to think about all the different lines that we've talked about. And I'm going to draw my first line. I think I'll start in this section over here. Now, I'm not going to just draw 1 line and be done. I'm going to fill the entire section with that line. And this is where it can be and should be very detailed. I want you to take your time and try your best. Go ahead and do your first section. Once you are done with your first section, I'm going to think about another interesting line and do my second section. For this, I think I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to think about a pattern line. Line, circle, line, circle. Line, circle, line, circle. And I actually think I'm going to color some of those circles in to make it a little bit more interesting. And I will keep going until I fill the entire section. Go ahead and do your second section. Then go ahead and do a third section. Again, a different line. Thinking about all the different interesting lines. Go ahead and do your third section. Then I'll do my fourth section. This time I think I'm going to do some thicker lines. and then maybe a thin line, a thick line, and then a thin line. Go on to your fourth section. You are going to keep going until your entire artwork is full of color, full of lots and lots of different lines. Make sure that you are taking your time, trying your best, thinking of lots of different interesting lines.